Hey everybody, my name is Mike. I am Not for Coltrane. Welcome to your Coltrane Tuesdays for this, the third day of September in the year 2024 of the Common Era. Hi. So I'm actually starting on time, which is a nice way to start this new series of 52 consecutive-ish episodes of the Coltrane Tuesdays program. I'm still a little scattered, however, despite the fact that I am attempting to be here at approximately the correct time, because there are some weird technical things that are happening right now. I'm attempting for this season to upgrade to a higher resolution so that I look more. You have a clearer image of me in the attic stairwell here as I'm coming to you each week, but I'm also, I think, right at the edge of what my hardware and software is capable of doing, as well as at the edge of what my internet connection is able to do. So I will further adjust things as we go forward, but for today, I'm hoping that you can see and hear me and that things are in fact working the way they're supposed to. For the most part, you're probably going to be seeing some buffering and whatnot, but I'm hopeful that things are mostly okay. So if the video's a little choppy, I apologize. Mark, thank you so much for joining us, and for anyone else who might be joining us as well. So let me get started by saying how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, because that is part of what we will be doing in just a few moments. The way we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, people will give me a song request, a song suggestion, and I will have to respond to that request and play a song regardless of whether I know the song that was requested. So someone might request a song that I do know, in which case I'll try to remember how to play it. Someone might request a song that I kind of sort of know, meaning that I've heard it before, I've heard maybe a bunch of times, but don't necessarily know how to play it, in which case I will try to figure out how to play it. Maybe someone will request a song that I do not recognize at all, in which case I will have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the song that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, and oh, that's wonderful. So Bluer, Tenerer, okay, and Beth is also able to join us. Yay, back on YouTube, back with live episodes after a summer of reruns. So, the theme for September. I'll have other things to talk about too for programming notes and whatnot, but the key thing for the moment is that the theme for September is back to originals. It's getting back to songs that I have written, and which I tend not to focus as much. They tend not to get as much focus on this particular program, but I do need to remind myself sometimes to go back and actually do some of my original songs. And in fact, there was a request the other week to do a series of songs that I've done about other things. I don't have a good introduction for that worked out. But today I'm going to start with a song that Beth enjoys very much. It is a song that you might have figured out from the thumbnail. It is a song that I play on the ukulele. Beth enjoys the originals, for which I'm always grateful. And this is one that Tom Cooney, who is another singer-songwriter in the Lehigh Valley area of Pennsylvania, he and I have been trading songwriting requests back and forth for a bit. And this was one that came out of that exchange. I don't recall at all what the prompt was. It might have literally been one thing. In any case, that is the song that I ended up writing. It's called One Thing, and it's following the standard Not for Coltrane procedure. There has been inadequate rehearsal, but we're going to see how this goes. All right, so One Thing. Beth wants to sing the chorus so bad. Well, that is up to how your colleagues feel. If you know it, and there's a part that just goes, whoa, oh. If you want to sing along wherever you are, that is exactly what you should do. Here we go. One Thing. day. Why the hell should you get out of bed? Another day with the demons running through your head. Another day, think you'll just stay here instead. Another time when the skies are only showing gray. Another time the rain looks like it's gonna stay. Another time, don't think you can find a way. No, your head is aching, the belly, you're taking the skin of the climbing, the hands are just shaking, the way of repair, the heart that is breaking, you know. Whether the house haven't shaved in a week, not keeping afloat, the boat's broken leak. Times like this, I guess it all comes down to one thing. You're gonna find a way to do what makes your heart sing. You're gonna make some noise to preach a new religion. Times like this, I guess you start to get an inkling. You're gonna see how you can roll with what the day brings. You're gonna change your course and make your own decision. Another day, everybody wants a piece of you. Another day, you're down on what you're gonna do. Another day, don't see how you'll make it through. No, another time when you drown in other people's needs. Another time, you're shocked by the enormity. Another time, don't see how you can get free. Whoa, the oceans that rise, the people are dying, the children in cages when they're not complying, the folks that are in charge are all the line, you know. The trees are on fire, we're stuck in the mire, we're all sinking down, no way to get higher. Times like this, I guess it all comes down to one thing. You're gonna find a way to do what makes your heart sing. You're gonna make some noise and preach the new religion. Times like this, I guess you start to get an inkling. You're gonna see how you can roll with what the day brings. You're gonna change your course and make your own decision. You're never alone, you're now on your own. The people who love you have to get home and standing by closer than you know. Now let's go. There's both comfort and pain, it's never the same. Nothing to lose, you got so much to gain. Times like this, I guess it all comes down to one thing. You're gonna find a way to do what makes your heart sing. You're gonna make some noise and preach the new religion. Times like this, I guess you start to get an inkling. You're gonna see how you can roll with what the day brings. You're gonna change your course and make your own decision. One thing, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. I managed to trip myself up on some of the lyrics there. Didn't go in quite the correct order. And then I was thinking about, well, do they still make sense in that order? And I think they do. But yes, so I psyched myself out a little bit for the end of the song. But not bad, all things considered. Not terrible is, of course, the standard for which we aim here on Coltrane Tuesdays. So thanks very much, Tongue Twister Harmony. There you go. Yes, that's right. So I'll talk briefly about some of the things with that particular song. As with virtually anything that I'm doing in terms of songwriting, I'm always imposing additional restrictions, additional challenges, and when it works, it ends up with I feel like the songs end up being a little bit more than the sum of their parts, and those are the ones that I really hang on to. A lot of the ones that I wrote for the Tom Cooney songwriting challenges didn't meet that standard, but that one did, so that's nice. I'm also often when I'm writing songs, I'm thinking about what are things that are unique to me, what are things that I can do that maybe not everybody else can do, and the idea that I could jam in all of those lyrics going super fast. Although it is challenging even for me, of course, having written it, it's not something that everybody can do. So, yay! Throw in some fireworks that make that add some uniqueness to the presentation. You'll also note that in the song, basically it's in second person. Everything is addressed to you, and so you can take that as it will. Often there certainly is quite a bit about the song that is really addressed at myself, but it says you, so maybe it's the speaker of the song is addressing me, or maybe I'm addressing myself. Which is an interesting question. When you talk to yourself, do you talk to yourself as a you, or do you talk to yourself as I? Which is another whole interesting kettle of fish. So there you go. Thanks very much to Tom Cooney. Thanks also to Beth, who enjoys that song very much. And thanks to all of you who are hanging out here. If you are just joining us, this is the Coltrane Tuesdays show. And we're about to play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. I would love to get in your requests for the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game in case you missed the top of the show. Again, here's how that works. People will give me song requests live online with us. People will give me a song request, a song suggestion. Then I'll have to play a song in response to that request regardless of whether I know the song that was requested. People might request a song that I know. I'll try to figure out, try to remember how I used to play it. People might request a song that I sort of know, that I'm familiar with, in which case I'll try to figure out how to play it. People might request a song that I don't recognize at all, in which case I will try to, I'll just have to make up a brand new song right here on the spot with the same name as the one that was requested, thereby technically satisfying the requirement. That is how we play the Not for Coltrane Stump-the-Band game. Mark did, in fact, mention a song last time. Since today is the day after Labor Day, I believe Mark had come up with a suggestion for a song. So I'm ready to go with that as the request if another one doesn't come in. But in the meantime, while there might be discussion in the chat about what the requested song should be, I'll mention a few other things that are happening in the near future. I'm going to work backwards in time, starting with the one that is farthest out. My friends over at Touchstone Theater are gearing up for a very exciting couple of days because it's almost time for Festival Unbound. Festival Unbound is an annual celebration over at Touchstone that involves envisioning our community through art and performance art and all sorts of cool things like that. One of the featured performers this year, the artist in residence, is a dance company called Kinetic Light. It is a disability arts ensemble, and the feature presentation, in fact, is going to be on October 5th, a performance called Descent that uses wheelchairs and a specially designed set with ramps. So it's all sorts of movement and dance and gliding around on wheelchairs. Lots of cool things. Kinetic Light is also going to be doing several workshops, and there are some talkbacks and cool things like that. Lots of interesting things happening with artists in residence. Kinetic Light as part of Festival Unbound this year. Other things that happen to be part of this year's Festival Unbound. There's an event called the Big Read, which, and I'm just had a moment to glance at some of the things that are happening as part of that, but it sounds like a really big book club. That there will be copies of a book that are available at a lot of the Festival Unbound events, and again, sort of a talk back, a chance to interact with that. The launch for the Big Read also is on October 5th. That is the Saturday there. There's the canoe tour of Sand Island. That's also happening as part of Festival Unbound. There's stargazing. There's an event happening at the Bethlehem Rose Garden. Lots of cool things. So Festival Unbound, the totality of it goes from October 2nd to the 6th. October 2 through 6, coming up in just a couple weeks here in Bethlehem, PA, but also with some pop-up events extending throughout the year in the weeks that follow. Do you like this one, doing with fingers? That sounded weird. Yes, so Festival Unbound, check out touchstone.org to learn more about Festival Unbound and the cool things that are happening as part of Festival Unbound this year. So then, a little sooner in the calendar, before we get to the beginning of October, we have the end of September. And at the end of September, it is time once again for the College Hill PorchFest over in Easton, Pennsylvania. That is happening on the 29th of September. September 29th. This year I am scheduled to be part of it, which I'm very, very excited about. I was unable to be there last year, but I'm glad that I'll be back again this year. The idea with PorchFest is that people will come together and that their porches turn into performance venues. And it's also a chance for folks who are in the community to just wander around and visit with each other and check out lots of cool, wonderful local performers who are on all the different porches scattered throughout the neighborhoods. So that is pretty cool. It is in the College Hill neighborhood, of course, of Easton, Pennsylvania, coming up on Sunday, September 29th. Performers go from 1 to 5, and then it is capped off with a second line parade with the Big Easy Easton Brass going throughout the neighborhood. So definitely check that out. It is free, but donations are gladly accepted to help defray the costs that are involved with putting on the event. So come and go ahead and check that out on the 29th of September. Coming up next week at this time, I'm actually going to be busy helping put together a performance over at Arts Quest Steel Stacks. The band, I believe, is called Movements, and I will be helping with some of the other performers who are going to be there during the leading up to support performers who are in advance of the headline show that evening. So, it is going to be, right out of the gate here, a time-displaced episode of the Coltrane Tuesdays show, wherein I will have to pre-record it and then it will go live online at the appointed time. So watch for that little time-shifted episode next week. And there was something else. Oh, right. So I did that backwards because the other thing that's happening next week, on Thursday of next week, I'm going to be the featured performer at the Arts Quest Steel Stacks open mic, which happens Thursday evening of next week. So lots of things happening. So we've got come out to the Arts Quest Steel Stacks on Tuesday of next week for the show there, featuring a bunch of indie rock bands from the Philadelphia area. Then come join me at the Arts Quest open mic at Steel Stacks on Thursday. Come out for PorchFest on the 29th of September, and then do all the cool things with Festival Unbound at the beginning of October. And I think that is everything. So let's see if there's been any consensus about the what did I do here? What the song requests? Okay, so Beth says request Bare Naked Ladies. Beth talks to herself as we, both you and I. That's true. Which Bare Naked Ladies song do we have in mind? Let's see. Beth is requesting Odds Are by Bare Naked Ladies, which I do not know. Definitely do not know that. So what I think I will do, since I spent just a handful of minutes on Mark's request from last week, or what he mentioned last week, it wasn't technically a request, I will attempt to do a Bare Naked Ladies-ish song called, where is it now? Odds Are. Called Odds Are. And then I will get to Mark's request, which was 16 Tons. Not exactly a labor song, but related to labor and the labor movement and the difficult, shall we say, conditions for coal miners in the early and middle parts of the last century. Okay, but first, we're going to Odds Are. Let's see. I know a handful of Bare Naked Ladies songs. I know Pinch Me. I know If I Had $1 Million. And I know It's All Been Done. So what those things usually have in common, I kind of like the... So I want to do something similar for Odds Are. Let's see, what would I do for Odds Are? Oh, that's really annoying when I back myself into another song. Must have been late afternoon. So I can't do that. Can't do that. I don't know that I need to be in the minor key. All right, Beth, if you are feeling inclined, I would welcome a little more suggestion about what odds are is about, because I'm not coming up with much. If it's a Bare Naked Ladies song, odds are is about so there's usually an element of whimsy in Bare Naked Ladies songs, and I when left to my own devices tend to not embrace whimsy. I tend to embrace sort of something that's a little real melancholy or dark, and so I'm trying to get in a frame of mind that's a little more whimsical. It could have rapid fire lyrics. But that is even more difficult to do when trying to improvise them. All right, that's an appropriately Bare Naked Ladies-ish sort of chord progression. That'll work nicely for the verse. Yeah, I like that. We're going to do the same chords for the verse and the chorus, which is less of a Bare Naked Ladies-ish sort of thing, but that's all right. Odds are 1 in a trillion. Relative minor key. Well, yes, we could do the relative minor of the key I'm playing in, which happens to be D. So the relative minor of that would be B minor. B minor is the relative minor of the major, the key of D major, if I understand that correctly, and Beth can correct me if I have that incorrect. Odds are 1 in a trillion. Ooh, I like that. Odds are 1 in a trillion. Let's see, and so still the subject for the song is let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to frame this again as where the song is addressed to you, and so it kind of has this sense of trying to impart advice or wisdom, which I think is part of the idea of falling for the first time, which is, I know just a tiny bit of falling for the first time from Bare Naked Ladies. That's the anything plain can be lovely, anything loved can be lost. So that sort of sense of advice and ideas that might come out as part of that. 1 in a trillion, odds are. Yes, Pinch Me is the one where he says underwear. He said, I can hang out under there, or I can hide out under there. Underwear? I just made you say underwear. So this is evoking a little bit of Pinch Me. And so the song is Odds Are. I think this is what I was playing. All right, so I think we've been messing around enough. I'm going to attempt to move forward with an actual song called Odds Are. I don't know exactly what the chorus is going to be yet, but I have an idea of where the verse starts. And the gist of the song is basically keep your chin up. There are, odds are things are going to work out. That's the idea. Aren't gonna go your way. You may see clouds up in the sky today. You might find plans aren't gonna work. You may have a boss who's just a jerk. But I think you can find something else for your mind. Odds are you're gonna find a way some way. Odds are just keep going. You may find. Let's try that again. You may find the food in the fridge has all gone bad. You may uncover that that was all we had. You might see some things are about to crack. You might know there's a bad crick in your back. Second chorus better than the first. Not quite so bad, not quite so worse. Thanks to Beth for that request for a Bare Naked Ladies song that I did not know. We might have all been better off if I had just done Pinch Me, but this is very much though in the spirit of the Not-for-Coltrane Stump-the-Band game, so that's how we ended up with that. Now coworkers have to listen while she whistles Pinch Me. Yes, well, that's the thing that can happen. All right, so to wrap things up for here on this day after Labor Day, I'm going to pull up the chords and information that I had looked up for how to play 16 tons. I'm likely to get this wrong. When I was rehearsing it, I periodically said 15 tons, which is of course not the actual song, but we'll see how this goes. Incidentally, about the song 16 Tons, the writing of the song is credited to Merle Travis. His version came out in 1946. There is apparently some dispute over the authorship, although the Wikipedia summary that I read doesn't take that dispute very seriously. I think it is fair to say that Merle Travis was definitely drawing on some older folk traditions, especially in terms of the verses of the songs. I think it is very likely that he did write the chorus. I think there probably are aspects of the song that are older than his version, but that's how the folk process works. The version of the song that most people are most familiar with is the one recorded by Tennessee Ernie Ford in 1955. So almost a decade after the original came out was the Tennessee Ernie Ford version. And overtime with Coltrane Tuesday, that was passably Bare Naked Ladies. All right, well, like I always say, we always need more Bare Naked Ladies in our lives. Let's see how this goes. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. Picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. Loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal. The straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you loaded 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raised in the canebrake by old Mama Lion. Can't no hide a woman and walk the line. And those 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Passable, not terrible, is the standard for which we aim. So thanks very much to Mark for mentioning that song last week. Of course, the situations where basically a kind of indentured servitude that mine workers were having to exist in for quite a long time, when you and leading to the line about owe your soul to the company store. So anyway, thanks very much to Mark for that request. Thanks very much to Beth for her request for a Bare Naked Lady song that I did not know. Thanks very much to the folks who are interested in hearing original music by me, Mike, not for Coltrane, which we will continue to highlight at the starts of the episodes from now through the end of September. Remember, next week it is going to be a time-displaced episode, but I hope you will be able to join me, a future past version of me, who will be here in this space at 12:30 next week. And then maybe also come out and check out my feature set at the Steel Stacks Open Mic on Thursday of next week, not this Thursday, but Thursday after that. And then come join me at PorchFest on the 29th of September, and then do all the cool things with Touchstone Theater at Festival Unbound at that first weekend in October. But until we do any of those things, my name is Mike. I am not for Coltrane. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Thanks so much. I will see you sometime soon.